Hello everyone, I am Susie.
I am Lucy.
Today we will take you to the Kids Castle. There are many good stories and lots of fun toys in the Kids Castle. Let's go together. Hooray! Hi my friends, today I'm going to read those books for you. And now let's get started. Sylvie, that is life. Not so long ago and not so far away, people with guns could take a family, burn a house, and disappear, leaving a small child alone in the world. This child would north and south, east and west. Here and there he found something to eat and a place to sleep, but not a family and not a home. In the capital of city of his country, the streets were crowded with overload buses, cars with darkened windows, and more people with guns. Angry faces shouted, "Move on and go home." The child was too tired to keep going. He sat on a curb with his head in his hands. Suddenly a hand was on his shoulder. Was it a man with a gun? No, it was a boy on his own age, saying, "My name is Tifer. He has some plantains. What's your name? Where do you come from?" The child ate hungrily but didn't answer. "You can name yourself," Tifer said. My name means little brother. We could call you hungry, sleepy, or little traveler. I'm all those things," the child said. And that's life. From on, they called him Selavi. Tiffy brought Selavi to the place where he lived, a banyan tree near Market Square, which emptied out in the evening. As the sun went down, the child came home with something to share. Gently braided Torsten's hair and said, "I have some avocados for everyone." They gave them to me for working at the restaurant. Torsten cried out, "Mangoes for one and all." I was at dogs today. Yeti and Isberry introduced themselves. "Help yourself to drink water." Yeti offered a free smile at Sylvie. And this Mira said Tiffy, pointing to the child taking apart a broken radio. Then he placed fried plantains wrapped in brown paper on a makeshift table. We each bring back what we get during the day, and we all end up with more. That night they had enough to eat, a place to rest, and comfort of each other. They settled down to sleep. Selavi told one of the men with guns and his long run through the countryside. Then the others told their stories too. Jenny, my family left our village in an old ferry boat. I ran ashore to get one last thing, and when I returned, the boat had fallen apart. I lost everybody. I was 8 years old. Person, then I was 9. Person. Man, I was 9, and our house had 3 brothers, 2 sisters, 4 cousins, a grandpa and an uncle, 2 aunties, my mom and papa. It seemed like one dry bean for all of us, so I said, "This is more than one house I can hold." I go back sometimes and make sure they are okay as can be. There's Power and Yeti. Sparrow and yet Betty were sleeping when our parents woke us and told us to hide, so we hid together and in an empty oil drum. There were a lot of shouting and dense silence. When all came out, there was no one. The family took us into work for them, but they didn't care for us. Carefree. My mother moved to the city where I knew no one. We knew no one. When she couldn't find a house, she made one thing she found. She got very sick and died. Soon after, my brother died too. I was too sad to cry right away. The next morning, and many mornings that followed, the children rose early to look for washing cars, carrying water, cleaning clothes, asking people for money or food. And searching for useful material or scraps that others had thrown away. But one day, a man in the uniform pushed Selavi roughly. All of you street children are dirty thieves, he said. Sylvia was frightened. He ran back to the children's home beneath the banyan tree. There were more angry faces there. One of them said, "We had chased away your friend. If we see you ever again, we'll arrest you." Sylvie ran down a side street and into a church. He saw many families. Some of them seemed kind, but others were frowning because he had interrupted them. The man was speaking to the people. "Lo," he said, "we may be a single drop of water, but together we can be a mighty river. We must help each other to become strong." Selavi called out, "I need help." Faces turned toward him. Selavi told them about his friends and the man who had threatened him. An old woman said, "You are safe here, a couple too. Come live with us and be our song." "Thank you very much," said Sylvie. "But what about my brothers and sister in the street?" The people talked to each other. "We can be the mighty river," they decided. They agreed to build a house where the street children who looked out for one another could live. It would be a place to sleep safely, to eat well, and even go to school. It would be a home for Sylvie and his family. People called out everybody. The people called on everybody they knew to help. Build a house. Some came with food and science. Others brought construction materials. When it was finally done, everyone continued to work together to making food, washing clothes, teaching, and learning. And in the evening, they played soccer, told stories, and listened to the radio. The family grew. Is it the end? No. Even they thought they had a home, there was still trouble. Work was hard to find, and food was sometimes scarce. Sylvie and his family knew there were still other children who needed help. How could the river reach more people? They painted bright murals to let people know that they all needed help. This one says, "If children are sleeping in the street, what are we doing for them?" But the murals were painted out. and out and worst. Some stood by and did nothing, for the others set fire to the building and had been a home for Selavi's new family. Is this the end? No! The children were homeless again. Yes, everything had worked so hard to make had been destroyed. Maybe some had tried to dry up the mighty river, but that could not be done. We still had each other. Let's rebuild our home. And we still had our voices. Let's start a radio station. Everyone knew of something to be complete. The house was rebuilt. Some found wires and abandoned equipment to repair tape recorders and cassettes. Others worked to get a small transmitter. Those who could read and write stories and new reports. Some made songs telling of their experiences. And some built a tower to broadcast their voices to the whole country. All write our messages in the air where they cannot be painted out. Even today, they are being heard. They continue to struggle, but they knew they are the part of a mighty river, and now so are you, and that is life. We finished all the books. I'll see you next time. Bye. So that's all for today. If you have nice stories or fun toys, remember to write to Susie and Lucy. We will share it with every kid in the first place. If you like our channel, remember to click on the subscription below. Susie and Lucy are waiting for you here. See you soon!